Imagine stepping into your backyard, only to feel ants crawling up your leg. Again and again, you've tried sprays, powders, even prayers, but they always come back. It's frustrating. But what if I told you there's a gentle, natural way to send them packing for good? No chemicals, no stress, just peace. Stick around, because the most powerful trick comes last. And it's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Don't scroll. This could change your backyard forever. Meet Dottie Mae. She's 74, lives in a cozy house with a wraparound porch, and grows the kind of roses that make people stop mid-walk just to stare. Her grass? Greener than envy. Her secret? A lifetime of wisdom, patience, and a knack for doing things the old-fashioned way. But a few months ago, Dottie had a problem. A real problem. Ants. Everywhere. Creeping through her flower beds. Marching under her garden bench. Even invading her kitchen window. She tried sprays. She tried traps. Nothing worked. Until she remembered something her grandmother once said. The answers are almost always in your pantry. So Dottie got to work. With just a few simple ingredients, the kind you probably already have in your kitchen, she created a natural solution that didn't just fight back. It ended the war. No chemicals, no toxic fumes, just results. And now, her garden's at peace again. Dottie proves that wisdom, charm, and a little kitchen magic can still outsmart the toughest invaders. Connection with a fellow older adult, someone who's been there, done that, and found the better way. Ever had to fight ants with what's in your pantry? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Dottie didn't want to use chemicals, not near her grandkids, not near her curious old cat who naps in the flower beds, and definitely not near her herbs, the same ones she uses in Sunday stew. And honestly, can you blame her? At 74, Dottie knows her skin is more sensitive than it used to be. A simple rash takes longer to heal, and she's seen how fast pets and little ones get into things they shouldn't. Harsh sprays and powders might work, sure, but at what cost? That's why she looked for a better way. Something gentle, but effective, natural, but powerful. A way to take her garden back without giving up peace of mind. If you're someone who's ever hesitated before spraying something you can't pronounce, if you've read the warning label twice, if you've ever thought, there's got to be a safer way, you're not alone. You deserve a clean, safe space. And you don't have to risk your health or your family's to reclaim it. You deserve a solution that works with your values, not against them. Ever found a natural trick that worked better than the store-bought stuff? Drop it in the comments. We're building a garden-smart community here. Natural ant killer number 1, boiling water. Every morning, Dottie may set the whistling kettle on the stove. Not for her usual chamomile, but for war. The ants had tunneled straight through her prize-winning rose bed, and today she was taking the fight to their front door. Dottie's 2-step kettle charge. Boil the water. Fill a regular stovetop kettle or any heat-safe pitcher with fresh water. Bring it to a full, rolling boil, bubbles bursting like tiny drum beats. Target the hill. Locate the main entrance of the ant mound. Tilt the kettle slowly and pour a steady stream directly into the hole. Pause a second or two, then give a second pour to flush deeper chambers. Why it works? The sudden heat collapses, tunnels, and eliminates the colony without leaving toxic residue. It's instant, chemical-free, and, bonus, costs nothing more than a cup of tap water. Handle with care. Roots and shoots. Boiling water can scald nearby plant roots. Pour only on the mound, not across your flower bed. Bare skin. Wear garden gloves and closed-toe shoes. Steam can surprise you. Repeat if needed. Large colonies may need a second treatment the next day. Have you tried the kettle charge before? How did it go? Share your wins or lessons learned. Down below, your tip might help the next gardener on the block. Remember, you can defend your garden without defending a chemistry PhD. Sometimes the simplest tools, and a bit of senior savvy win the day. Natural ant killer number 2, white vinegar spray. 2 parts vinegar, 1 part water. That's all it took to ruin an ant's day. That's Dottie Mae's secret weapon, tucked right between the dish, soap and the olive oil. Simple, safe, and surprisingly powerful. No fumes, no warning labels, just results. Dottie's natural ant-repelling spray. Ingredients: 2 parts white vinegar, 1 part water. Optional, a few drops of lavender, lemon, or peppermint essential oil. Instructions: mix vinegar and water in a clean spray bottle. Add a few drops of your favorite scent. Dottie loves lavender. Smells like Sunday morning. Shake gently. How to use it. Spray directly on ant trails, windowsills, and doorways. Hit garden edges, patios, and even the cracks where sidewalk meets soil. Bonus? It doubles as a surface cleaner, wiping away dirt and invisible scent trails ants leave behind. The vinegar smell fades after it dries, but ants still hate it. The acidity scrambles their scent signals and keeps them from finding their way back. Why Dottie swears by it. No harsh chemicals near the grandkids or the cat. Keeps her herbs, veggies, and flowers safe. Leaves her countertops gleaming. Smells like a fresh breeze, with lemon, of course. What's your favorite natural scent to mix in? Lavender, peppermint, lemon? Or do you have a go-to trick Dottie needs to try? Drop it in the comments, and let's build a community of clean, safe, and savvy solutions. Remember, the strongest weapons don't always come from the hardware store. Sometimes, they're sitting right under your sink. Natural ant killer number 3, cinnamon barrier. Dottie called it her ant border patrol. Just cinnamon powder, sprinkled like magic dust. No sprays, no traps, just a simple kitchen spice doing double duty as a gentle but firm, you shall not pass. Dottie's cinnamon trick, natural ant repellent. Cinnamon isn't just for apple pie or morning toast. To ants, it's overwhelming. The strong scent messes with their ability to smell trails, communicate, and navigate. Basically, it's like turning their GPS upside down. How Dottie used it. Lightly sprinkle cinnamon powder anywhere you see ants sneaking in, especially white small square baseboards, white small square doorways, white small square windowsills, white small square cracks in tiles or floorboards, white small square around plant pots. She'd reapply every few days or after sweeping. Not only did it stop the ants, it made her home smell amazing. Warm, cozy, spiced, like fresh-baked memories. Why Dottie loved it. No risk to her grandkids or curious cat. Didn't stain her tiles or furniture. Looked neat. No messy white powders or sticky sprays. Smelled better than most store-bought cleaners. She even kept a little jar of cinnamon near the back door, just in case someone tries something, she'd say with a wink. Ever used a spice from your kitchen shelf to fight bugs? Drop a salt in the comments if you've ever gone cinnamon style, or share your favorite natural bug-fighting trick. Dottie's always looking for new ideas. Remember, you don't need a full toolbox to take your space back. Sometimes, all you need is a little cinnamon and a whole lot of wisdom. Natural ant killer number 4, lemon juice plus peel. A squeeze a day keeps the ants away. That's what Dottie Mae says every time she grabs a lemon from her kitchen basket, not for lemonade, but for lemonade warfare. Ants rely heavily on scent trails to find food, communicate, and return to their nests. But lemon oil? It throws their entire system into chaos. It's like erasing the road signs and street names from a city overnight. They get confused, lost, and eventually give up. Dottie's lemon method. Natural, fresh, and effective. Here's how she does it. Juice it. Squeeze fresh lemon juice into a spray bottle. Add a little water if needed. Spray it. Mist it around window sills, door frames, kitchen counters, and garden edges, any spot where ants might sneak in. Peel it. Rub leftover peels directly on entry points, or leave bits tucked near known problem areas. The oils in the peel are just as powerful as the juice, and the fresh citrus scent doesn't just repel ants, it refreshes the room. Why Dottie swears by it. Gentle on her hands and lungs. Safe for her herbs, her grandkids, and her napping tabby cat. Makes the whole house smell like a clean summer morning. It's something she already buys, so it doesn't cost a thing. And honestly, there's something satisfying about watching ants hit a lemon-treated surface and do a full U-turn like they just ran into a wall. Let's settle this once and for all. Are you team vinegar or team lemon? Cast your vote in the comments and tell us what's worked best for you. Maybe it's both. Dottie loves a good combo trick, because the truth is, keeping your home ant-free doesn't have to mean filling it with chemicals. Sometimes, all it takes is a lemon, a little love, and a few squeezes a day. Natural ant killer number 5, DIY borax bait. If they're already inside, lure them out with a goodbye gift. That's how Dottie Mae handles a full-blown invasion. Because when ants are already marching through your kitchen like they pay rent, it's time to get a little clever and a little sweet. She doesn't chase them with sprays or slam cabinets in frustration. Nope, She feeds them. One last meal, a gift that keeps on giving for them, not in a good way. Dottie's DIY ant bait, the goodbye gift trap. Here's her go-to recipe. 1 teaspoon borax, found in most laundry aisles. 3 teaspoons sugar. A few drops of water or syrup to make a thick solution. What to do? Stir the mixture until fully dissolved. Soak a few cotton balls in the solution. Place each cotton ball inside a shallow lid or jar cap. Set the traps near ant trails, behind appliances, or under the sink, out of reach of pets and small children. How it works. The sugar lures the ants in. The borax? That's the silent partner. Ants don't die instantly. They carry it back to the colony, where it slowly eliminates the entire population at the source. It's smart, it's sneaky, and it's far more effective than killing ants one by one. Safety first. While borax is natural, it's still toxic when ingested, especially for pets or young kids. If you have little ones or animals around, use with extreme caution or try one of Dottie's safer tricks instead, like vinegar, lemon, or cinnamon. Have you ever made your own bait trap? What ingredients did you use, and did it work? Share your recipe or tips in the comments. Dottie's always curious about what the next clever neighbor is up to, because sometimes the kindest thing you can do for an unwanted guest is give them a goodbye gift they'll never forget. Now that the ants are gone, let's keep it that way. Dottie Mae always said, "Victory's sweet, but peace is sweeter." After all the vinegar sprays, lemon peels, cinnamon trails, and clever goodbye gifts, the ants finally got the message. But keeping them gone? That's a whole new chapter, and it starts with prevention. Because once you've reclaimed your home, you protect it like the garden fortress it is. Dottie's no-nonsense ant prevention plan. 1. Seal the invitations, aka the cracks. Tiny gaps around your windows, baseboards, and pipes are like red carpets for ants. Use caulk or weatherproof sealant to close the gaps. Check especially near the kitchen, bathroom, and utility areas. 2. Keep it crumb-free. Ants are patient and persistent. Wipe down counters after every meal. Rinse plates instead of letting them sit. Take out trash before it starts to smell. Even a single forgotten crumb can send out an open invitation. 3. Cut the highway to your roof. Tree branches and bushes that touch your roof or walls. That's an expressway. Keep greenery trimmed at least 2 feet away from your house. Bonus, it also helps with other pests, too. 4. Compost, but do it smart. Citrus peels in your compost pile help deter ants. They hate the oils in orange and lemon skins. Just be sure your compost is well sealed and not too close to your home's foundation. Why this matters? For Dottie, it's not just about bugs. It's about ownership, about saying, "This is my home, my rules," about leaving behind a clean, safe space for her grandkids to run barefoot and her herbs to grow untouched. Let's share the wisdom. What's the best prevention tip your grandma ever gave you? Was it about ants, clean living, or something totally surprising that still sticks with you? Drop it in the comments. Dottie would love to hear it. Because sometimes the best pest control isn't what you buy, it's what you remember. Dottie hasn't seen an ant in months. Her grandkids run barefoot through the yard without worry. Her cat naps beside the herbs. And the roses? They bloom without battle, just sunshine, peace, and a little cinnamon on the side. And to think, it all started with a kettle and a little wisdom. No chemicals, no expensive traps, just simple pantry staples and a patient heart. Dottie didn't need poison to win back her space. Just a few natural tricks passed down, remembered, and shared. You don't need poison. You need patience and what's already in your pantry. Because whether you're 74 like Dottie, or just tired of store-bought solutions, there's power in doing things the natural way. Safe for your family, kind to your garden, tough on ants. If this helped, give it a like. Got a tip of your own? Drop it in the comments. We're all ears. Want more smart, safe solutions? Subscribe to the Evergreen Seniors for weekly wisdom that works. Because a peaceful home isn't just possible, it starts with what you already have.